What did you start up, an electric razor?
Hey guys, Gamel Show here with another video. Today I'm gonna be having a different kind of setup, and right now I'm in the living room with my dog, and I have Kellen in Skype.
Hello, everybody!
So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different, something a little bit more calmful like. Today we're gonna be doing a reading of a story called "We Are Equestria," Chapter 1. So my teachers have told me that I should get into more of like a voice acting kind of thing, doing reading stuff like that. They say because I have like a good reading voice. So I decided, hey, why not give it a shot? So let's start with chapter 1. Whatever you say, I still don't think these sessions are necessary. The princess wants this story to be told, and it's my job as lore master to make it so. Do you really not feel any better than you did when you first got here? I suppose this helped a little bit. This time, god darn it, what?
I had no idea what that was until now.
Yeah, I suppose these helped a little bit. This time I'm going to record you so I can write it afterwards. I assume you want me to start from the beginning then? Yes, Skrull said. Alright then. 25 years ago, Ponyville. Wow, a lot can happen in 25 years.
Dang. Tell me about it.
Victory Bell sat in her garden pulling weeds from her carrot patch. Mommy, can Patches and I go to the park? Tribute, her eldest, was known for his practical jokes, and for his knack for being quite quiet enough to pull them off while the teacher's in the same room. Tribute, you know better than to sneak up on ponies like that, Victory said after pulling herself together. Sorry, Mom, but can we? The colt pleaded. All right, but be home before your father comes home. Remember that surprise party we have to get ready. The center came out wrong. The colt nodded. I know, Mom, and we'll be back before Dad gets home. Have fun, and watch after Patches. Victory beckoned after her colt, already galloping off with his little brother in tow.
That sounds so adorable. It's a shame. I can't help but get this sickening feeling that something sad's either going to happen to them or their family. It always happens in these kind of stories. No, I'm not giving a spoiler, but I just what's
Yeah,
going to happen here.
yeah, it kind of seems like it. She sighed. Looking back at her small vegetable patch, her sunflowers were starting to sag, unlike those of her neighbors. Well, it's not bad for a unicorn, at least. Her thoughts turned to her husband's surprise birthday party, wondering if she had forgotten anything she had planned. She stuck the towel in the ground. What? Oh, she
What?
stuck the trowel into the ground with her
I was
yellow
going
magic
to say,
orb.
why does she have a towel and why is she sticking it in the ground?
Yeah, it was a miss thing. And walked around to the front of her family's small cottage close to the ever-free forest. Her husband said, it sounds a little bit like Fluttershy's shack, doesn't it?
I guess you could say that.
Her husband said too close for comfort, but she disagreed. She claimed truthfully that the nature calmed her down, and that had been it. She and her husband built that cottage with okay, with her magical precision and his knowledge of carpentry. Then she was blessed with two strong colts, Tribute the Earth Pony and Patches the Unicorn. Nothing could make her prouder. She opened
Sounds
the
like
door.
you're making this out to be exactly like Fluttershy's shack.
It really does. Like, this isn't my story. This is somebody else's. This was.
Oh, well,
This,
see, I didn't know that. You should have said something, but okay then.
oh, my bad. It was made by I guess I should mention that now.
Yeah, you gotta give credit to the writer.
Yeah, the writer is Cordyceps Carl.
Hmm. So far, I'm enjoying his work.
Oh,
Oh man.
I'm
Oh
pretty.
man, another one of these. Sorry, playing the stupid. Not stupid. Sorry if I'm sorry I'm interrupting the story, everyone. But I'm trying to figure out this game I downloaded onto my iPod. It's a puzzle game. Oh god. Sorry, it's just. It's like it's called Can You Escape? It's a puzzle game. You gotta go down. You're going through all these different floors. With each floor has a set of puzzles. You gotta find one thing to do another thing to do a last thing to open the door. And I'm in this room. There's a kitchen, and I got to get something out of the oven or a little container, and there's a color-coded lock. And I'm looking around for something color-coded, and there are these bottles up on the shelf, a blue, red, yellow, and green. And I'm like, ah, I'm so stupid. That's the color code. Red, blue, red, yellow, green. Is that right? Yep, it's right. And I got a bottle opener. Okay, well, you can go back to your story now.
There's a little bit of Kellen there for you. She opened the door and walked
where that
inside.
came from.
The cake was
God.
made. Balloons covered the living room ceiling. The screamers. The screamers! Oh, how could I forget the screamers? She ducked into the broom closet that she had been using as a hiding place for the party supplies. Victory dug through the party box looking for the screamers. Candles, extra balloons, party blowers. Ah, here we are. Screamers. The roll of screamers fluttered out the room, leaving a trail of screamers in its wake. Hues of red, green, blue, and yellow flew across the living room, tying themselves to lamps and other free spaces. The cardboard tube rolled up to her hoof, having left all the colorful strands hung decoratively around the room. She took the tube and levitated into the trash. Well,
I found a battery.
a knock at the door? Redwood wasn't supposed to be home for another couple of hours. Truby must have forgotten something here and came back.
Her husband's name is Redwood?
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
Miss Bell pulled back the blinds to look at who was at the door. A pony, pale-looking, beneath his darker coat, stood weak-kneed, waiting for someone to answer. She moved to open the door for the stranger to see what he wanted, but something felt wrong.
Huh.
She hesitated. Something was off about how the pony carried himself. A chill ran down her spine as she moved back to the window to look at the stranger at her door. The pony had already turned to get back on the road, his gait limp and weak. I should be concerned, she thought to herself. Why am I so scared? She sat at the window watching the stallion wobble away. He had nothing with him, no saddlebags, tools, or anything. But his path led him into the everfree. She sat and watched until she was certain he was gone. She hadn't noticed she had been holding her breath and let it out in a sigh. Who was that stallion? Why did he walk into the everfree forest alone? He looked horrible, but again, why was she so stricken with fear when she saw him at the door? She looked at the potted flower outside the window sill. It had closed its petal, projecting at her the same fear she had felt. She opened the window, taking up the potted plant like a parent would a swaddling foal. Right? Swaddling? Swaddling?
Yeah, swaddling. No. What are you trying to say?
It's swaddling?
Yeah, swaddling.
Okay. It's alright.
Yes, that's pronounced.
It's alright, she whispered. The scary pony is gone now. It's fine. It's fine now. Saying it's half to comfort her. Precious flowers and half to comfort her. Wait, what?
Okay, that's strange.
Yeah, it repeated itself. It says saying it half to comfort her, precious flowers and half to comfort her.
Add that to the fact that I found this weird I like object while I was playing this game is even stranger.
Okay then.
I don't know.
Victory thought about her plants, which reminded her of her cutie mark. A small beanstalk in a pot gilded her flank. On an odd talent for a unicorn, she remembered her father saying. She had discovered her talent in a class one day outside at recess. She and her class had been assigned bean plants to take care of individually. She had been taking care of it constantly. The stalk never left her side, even leaving it on her nightstand in her room next to the window. Every day she took the plant to school, levitating it carefully as she walked down the long road from her farmhouse to school in Ponyville.
Why won't you go?
Okay.
Sorry, stubborn game. Ignore me.
Every day, the plant got a little bigger, a little more robust. She remembered talking to the plant. She talked about her day at school, all the pretty flowers in the fields on her way to school, and even read the beanstalk bedtime stories. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of catches me off if you know what I mean. Oh, that's what it's for. It's like, damn it, color codes.
It kind of reminded me of the time Applejack took the tree to the farm, to the other, to Appaloosa, and when they were talking, they tucked the apple tree in and they read it a bedtime story. So it kind of reminds me of that.
Wait, could you do me a small favor real quick?
What?
Can you remember these colors? Pink, teal, black, and white.
Okay, guys, remember this color. Pink, teal, black, and white. Alright, guys? We're counting on you. We're counting on you to remember.
They don't have to remember it forever. Just for a few. I just need you to remember it for a few seconds. The darn color coded thing's like a color wheel, and you gotta like spin it around so it gets the right colors.
I'm telling the subscribers that, because I'm
so,
probably...
So they'll know what's going on.
No, I'm telling them to remember, because I know I'm not going to
And it
remember.
worked! It's not a pencil. That explains that notepad I found in the other room. These people are... I'm probably confusing the viewers. I am apologizing. Well, let's see what I'm going to write. I'm going to draw...
Kellen.
Sorry, go ahead. Good. You get...
Even more, Kellen! It had even grown to be among the best of the beanstalk grown by her Earth Pony classmate as well. She even won a blue ribbon for the beanstalk, and the extra joy when she earned her cutie mark. She let the memories flow freely, fond childhood memories and moments of adulthood that filled her with pride. The memories flowed out as a green aura emanating from her horn. The fright that had overcome the poor plant subsided. The flower again opened its petals, opening in happy hues of yellow and red. She levitated the flower out of her grasp and took it with her as she paced around her house, comforting her plants. Most had closed up, but some had stayed open. She wandered outside after checking carefully for any sign the freaky pony might still be around. Her plants had all closed, scared of what had come too close to the garden borders. She comforted them the same way, reciting the story of her gleeful life in her mind. Again the aura flowed from her horn, caressing and calming the plants. As all of her plants opened up, Victory again sighed to herself. What could cause all the plants to act this way? Even every vegetable, fruit tree, and flower clammed up. Except her sunflowers. Sunflowers are bitch.
I never really understood them anyway.
Her sunflowers, the ones in front of her college and the ones in her garden, hadn't budged. Thankfully, she didn't open the door. She walked back inside. Okay, well, she didn't open the door, then how does she get outside?
Magic.
Magic, okay.
You can't argue with the logic. It's My Little Pony. There's gonna be magic.
I know, but I understand what they mean. I'm just saying. Just pointing that out. Surprise, surprise, honey! 3 voices shouted in
Unison.
Yeah, unison, as the door opened wide. My mouth is kind of dry. I'm gonna have to get up and get some
Dr. Pepper or something.
Alright, intermission, everybody. Intermission.
Intermission. Now we'll be right. Oh, sorry. Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the intermission. Hope you got to use the bathroom. Hope you got to do whatever you wanted to do. It's right back into the story.
Hopefully you were able to meet that special someone that you'll be wanting to spend your time with for the rest of your way. What am I talking about?
It's only been 1 minute, man.
You don't know what can happen in a minute. Just saying.
2 cubs jumped into their father's arm, followed by his spouse with a peck to the cheek. Dad, we made you the cake, Patches said. Mom said we did a good job following your recipe. Victory Bell floated him a piece of cake. My recipe? He looked at his wife. Your world-famous charcoal cake. You don't remember? Victory snickered as their boys looked up at him in awe.
They cook torkel? That's kind of disturbing.
I'm guessing it's like a type of chocolate cake.
I hope so, because that's kind of creepy that they cook up a Torkoal like that.
I know you know they wouldn't get charcoal into a cake.
I know they wouldn't. I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure. I'm just. My mind has been perplexed by this game. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore.
Redwood looked back down at his Colts. Oh yeah, I remember now. He feigned acknowledgement and returned his wife's playful look. Uncle Rivet! The two Colts yelled as they ran from their father to the door. Their father followed, holding them back from the door so they wouldn't pounce on his brother. Victory smiled at her children's disposition towards excitement and moved to the window to see what Rivet had brought his brother. She pulled back the curtain and screamed at the top of her lungs as her husband opened the door. Her world slowed down as adrenaline rushed into her system. The same pale, miserable pony slammed into the door as it opened, knocking Redwood back into his coats.
Dear God.
The pale pony erupted with magic. Green shards chipped off and fell away, leaving only insectoids behind.
Ew.
Ew. I can just imagine that too.
I don't even know what insectoids are, and I'm kind of disturbed.
No, I'm talking about the part where, making a shard, and then just having it explode.
Ew. Yeah, that was your disturbing moment for the day, everyone.
It's not supposed to be disturbing. It's more of just like...
Oh.
It's just kind of like weird to imagine that.
5, 4, 8.
Victory scrambled to her foes and pulled them back screaming. The thing was flailing violently at her husband, who was just barely keeping the bug from tearing out his throat. Victory Bell jumped to aid her husband. A volley of kicks, bucks, and when all else failed, she broke a lamp over its head. Of course she would. Wait, wouldn't kicks and bucks be the same thing?
Well, like you said, when you think about it, like you told me the other day, they see their front two legs as hands and their back two legs as their legs. When you think about it, a kick, they might just be using the front leg to pow, and then the back leg just turn around and full-blown donkey kick them. Well, actually, now I think about it, a kick is just simply just kicking, jabbing something with your foot. When you think a buck, you gotta think bucking bronco back and forth, up and down continuously, just romping around.
Okay.
That's just one way to look at it.
Well, we'll consider it like that. The lamp shattered. Silver stabbing into the beast's face and eyes?
That sounds like it hurt, but he's like the bad guy of this story, so I don't really care.
It reeled in pain, its limbs scrambling at its wounded head. Redwood used its preoccupation to throw it off. Sorry, guys. It's not that I can't read big words. It's more of just like I sometimes get tongue-tied a lot.
Well, what's the word? Maybe I can help.
No, I already read it off. It was preoccupation. The monster landed.
Confused.
Yeah. The monster landed in a hissing mass. Green blood was starting to really run from the laceration it had sustained. Redwood got to his hooves and slammed all his weight into the creature. In a focused rage, a self-preservation, he beat down the creature with much force. The thing stood little chance. Redwood outmatched its size and strength. It was only quick enough to avoid a few blows from the towering stallion. Redwood beat it to a pulp. Victory Bell ran out into the street where neighborhood watch ponies were walking by. She called out to them, screaming that her family had been attacked and needed help. Her neighbors rushed to her aid, ferrying her husband to the Ponyville hospital and waiting with her until the proper authorities arrived. Oh, and that's the end of it.
Wow, Wait, what?
Like, chapter 1. That's the end of chapter 1.
I was gonna say, that's way too abrupt to be a good ending. I mean, it was a good ending for chapter 1. I mean, just saying that was really abrupt.
Sure.
I was like, I'm just sitting here and all of a sudden you tell me the end. I'm like, what? So, questions I have after listening to this was that, oh, man!
What?
I had to go and part of this game I was playing got too confusing to do on my own, so I had to so I had to pull up my calculator, do a little bit of math. When I came back, it reset the whole thing over. So now I'm gonna have to go back through every single problem and go all over it again.
Calm down.
Oh well,
there.
I think I'll save that and do that Monday when I'm bored.
Calm down there, Marowak.
I've got better things to do.
Okay then, calm down there, Marowak. Just calm down.
I'm calm. I'm just playing like a little can't say teaser. Advertising. Do you do fake advertising on your channel? I do.
No.
Oh. Well, if you ever see any of my videos, you'll see me do a couple of not real advertising, but it's joking around advertising every so often.
Yeah, I have to link your channel in the description.
Oh, it's oh my gosh! Doorbell just rang. I think the pizza's here. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to cut a little exposition. It's pizza time, everybody.
Pizza time. If you don't have pizza, we're not sharing it.
Oh, they got Mountain Dew. Hey, you guys need some help with that? You sure? Okay.
So, guys, that was the first reading of We Are Equestria. When the next chapters come out, I'll be doing those too. So, this is the Gamel Light Show and Kellen, the Rambling Man, signing off.
Adios, everybody. We good?